Bitcoin is a fairly volatile cryptocurrency. It has many times shown extremely sharp growth and no less sharp declines. Many investors are screaming that buying Bitcoin is the best thing to do in 2022. Others argue that cryptocurrency is a bubble that will burst sooner or later. So will Bitcoin rise, or will it fall sooner or later? Now, you will understand why Bitcoin should be bought and why it will grow. In this video, how does the escalation of the geopolitical conflict affect the price of Bitcoin? How will lockdown in China push Bitcoin up? Why do people need additional sources of income and choose cryptocurrency? Experts' opinion: can Bitcoin be worth $400,000? Against the backdrop of the escalation of the political conflict between Russia and Ukraine, citizens of both countries turned their attention to cryptocurrencies. Some use digital assets to save money in the face of the depreciation of national currencies. Others used to circumvent the restrictions set by regulators. For example, from March 2, 2022, citizens of the Russian Federation were banned from exporting foreign currency worth more than $10,000. For those who were going to move out of the country, the restrictions turned out to be critical. Earlier, the editors of Buying Crypto found out that market participants can bypass the central bank's limits on the export of currency abroad through the crypt. At the same time, in order not to encounter difficulties, you need to follow a number of safety rules. In particular, the increased volume of purchases of bitcoins for rubles and hryvnias indicates the outbreak of interest of citizens of countries in cryptocurrencies. It can be assumed that in the near future, citizens of countries, in an attempt to save their savings and circumvent the prohibitions of regulators, will continue to enter the crypto market. The influx of new users into the crypto industry, in turn, will push the coin rate up. Reports began to appear in the media about the introduction of a lockdown in China against the backdrop of another outbreak of coronavirus. Netizens have speculated that the regime will be able to support the rise in prices in the cryptocurrency market. The commentators explained their point of view by the fact that against the background of the lockdown, many Chinese will be forced to stay at home. To pass the time, Chinese citizens, many of whom are interested in cryptocurrencies, will go to crypto exchanges. Inflation has become another of the problems that people have faced against the backdrop of a tense situation in the geopolitical arena, so people's need for additional sources of income. For example, in the United States, the indicator has updated its maximum in 40 years. In the Russian Federation, inflation is expected to rise to 20% in 2022. Rising prices for goods against the background of the previous level of wages reduces the standard of living. To remedy the situation, many people are entering the crypto market. There are many schemes for making money in the crypto industry. Can Bitcoin be worth $400,000? The forecast for the Bitcoin exchange rate of $400,000 looks overly optimistic given the current risks, Sergey Perkot, an analyst at Finim, believes. In his opinion, such a strong growth can occur if the world's largest economies decide to abandon fiat money and rely on the use of cryptocurrencies. Such a scenario looks unrealistic so far. Central banks continue to be skeptical about such assets. Nevertheless, crypto assets are becoming more and more widespread in practice and may remain in demand for a long time, the expert added. According to Vladimir Smirkis, director of Binance in Russia, in the long term Bitcoin will increase in price, although there will still be strong volatility, especially in the first quarter of 2022. He attributes this to the actions of institutional investors and their interest in the cryptocurrency market. In addition, Bitcoin will continue to be one of the tools to avoid inflation. Expert opinion: the Bitcoin exchange rate could reach $400,000 over the next 12 months. Harry Ye, founder and managing partner of Quantum Fintech Group, said in an interview with Bloomberg. This is almost 900% higher than the current value. According to CoinGecko at 1323, Bitcoin was trading at $42,100. Investors will use Bitcoin to hedge against inflation as the Fed's Federal Reserve System, according to Yi, will continue to issue money. The cryptocurrency market as a whole is now on the eve of a growth supercycle, and it has great prospects, the expert believes. In his opinion, the beginning of the mass use of stablecoins can lead to an increase in the price of digital assets. The current situation is very similar to the bull market in 2017. We are definitely in the middle of a bull market, but it becomes more unique than the last cycle of growth. Since then, the use of stablecoins, which are plentiful in the current bull market, was not common. More about stablecoins in this video. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your opinion, but if you dare to say that this video has bad voice acting, then turn on your fucking brain and understand that I am a fucking cat. Subscribe to the channel. I love you all.